Hi, I'm Scott. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install the Raspbian Operating System onto your Raspberry Pi. This video is part of the series of videos I'm putting together on the Raspberry Pi. I'll go over the process of installing the Raspbian Operating System. I'll give a brief overview of the Raspbian Operating System. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, it comes with the Raspberry Pi. I'll go over the Office Suite software. It's free and it comes with the Raspberry Pi. It includes a word processor, a spreadsheet, a presentation software such as PowerPoint, and a database module. It contains software that lets you create music. It contains software that lets you create mathematical formulas. I'll also cover the free programming languages that come with the Raspbian operating system, such as the shell script or the Python script language. I'll go over how to set my Raspberry Pi up with access to my home network via Wi-Fi. Using Google Chrome, we'll go out and cruise the internet. I'll show you how to do all that stuff. And finally, I'll review what it costs to set up a Raspberry Pi PC that allows you to have access to the Office Suite or programming language, or just plain access to the internet using a browser. Okay, here we are right after the boot up, the initial boot up, and the noobs. If you notice, my mouse pointer's now working. So here's noobs 2.4 installed. And here's the operating system. It says, hey, it could have a whole bunch here, but for this pre-formatted diskette that came in my Cana kit, I'm just going to install the Raspbian operating system. So once I click on that, I'm going to select Raspbian, and then I'm going to click on the install button right here. It says, warning, this will install the selected operating system. All existing data on the drive will be overwritten, including any OS. The drive it's talking about is my micro SD card. Noobs will still be on my micro SD card. I can get to it with some hotkeys. But I'm going to select yes, and here we go, Raspberry Pi. Please wait while the software is installed on your SD card. This will take a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera here, and once it gets done updating and installing the operating system, Raspbian, I will bring us back to this. Alright, now we see where it says it's finished, it's successful. It took about 10 minutes to do that. So we're going to click on the OK key. Now the machine's rebooting itself. So it's coming out of the noobs and it's rebooting into the Raspbian Operating System. And we pull back just a little bit on the camera. And you'll see that it looks a lot like a Windows operating system. And there's my mouse, just going over the different options at the top. Alright, here we are. We have my Raspberry Pi. We've installed noobs. We've ran noobs, and it allowed us to select Raspbian as my operating system. It installed it. So let's go another step. We come over here and here's my Bluetooth devices I can manage. Here's my internet. So I went into my internet and set up my wireless internet. So now I'm on my home internet. This gives me a percentage of how much of my CPU is being processed. Here's the time. We come along the top here, and once again, all of what I'm showing you, this software came with my Raspberry Pi, and my Pi was $35. And now the kit it also came with the operating system noobs, which let me go out and it was pre-installed so I could install Raspbian, but that would be free. You can install it if you bought just the Raspberry Pi for $35, and then you went and bought a micro SD card. You could get this internet and all the software I'm showing you for free off the internet. So this operating system mimics Microsoft Windows. So I come up here. Here's all the programming languages that come with it. There's different IDE is a development environment. So some of these, here's your Python scripting stuff. Sonic is a music software. So there's just different IDEs in here. And remember, this is geared for the hobbyist and as an educational tool for school students. So they're here. You can also download versions of development languages such as Pascal and C. And there's shell scripting you can do in here. There's a lot of different things from development languages you can do on your Pi. It comes with Office, but the Office for the Pi Raspbian operating system we use Microsoft Office for Microsoft, but it's called Libre, L-I-B-R-E. Libre is the Office product that's for the Raspbian. So here's Base, and it lets you do some database stuff. Here's Calc, which is basically a spreadsheet. Draw, which is just a simple drawing program. Impress is like PowerPoint for Microsoft. There's Math, which lets you do scientific formulas. This is once again geared toward the hobbyist and educational. And then Writer, which is like Microsoft Word. So it gives you the whole suite for free of the Office products. You have internet connection, so it works best with Chromium browser. So if I just clicked on this Chromium browser, I can get up here too, the same way. You double click on that, you see the mouse pointer change to the hourglass. And it's going to start up the web browser. There's the web browser. I was telling you I was on the internet, my wireless connection. So my favorite place to go to, google.com. And there it goes. And I just went through my home system, wireless Wi-Fi, to Google. And then of course I can Google whatever I want. Let's say I Google Raspberry Pi 3. There's a bunch of stuff on Raspberry Pi. And of course I'm doing this with my keyboard and mouse, so those are working through the USB ports. Continuing on with this menu, there's the internet, there's a couple of games. We'll get to the games later. This is Raspberry Pi is a big game system, and you use a different operating system than Raspberry, we'll use something called RetroPie to do the game systems. That'll be on a different project. There's some accessories, get a calculator, file manager, different view managers. So terminal, if you want to go do some line command editing, you can go out to the terminal. Help basically reaches out through the Wi-Fi. Preferences, so we'll go to preferences. Say you want to configure Raspberry Pi. So you can come in here and change all kinds of stuff. I went in here and changed like my location. Set my location to my language, which country I'm in. Raspberry Pis are made in England, so it comes based off the UK. So I had to come in here and set this stuff. The time zone, I set to where Eastern Standard Time. It was set on Greenwich Mean Time because it was in Great Britain. My keyboard, and then there's my Wi-Fi setup. And there's some other stuff going on here too. So there's some system setting and your preferences. You can work on your keyboard, your mouse, your editors. This takes you to the command, and then at the end of the day, you have to shut your Raspberry down properly. What happens if you don't? You could corrupt your micro SD card, which isn't that big a deal. You just have to format it and re-put the software on it. Most people will keep an image of their micro SD card on another computer just in case that happens, and then they can quickly just copy it over onto their micro SD card if it gets corrupted. So we go to shutdown. You can reboot, you can log out and come in as a different user just like a regular Windows, or I can go to shutdown. And so now the system's powering down, and that would be the end of the session. Alright, that wraps up this video showing how to install the Raspbian Operating System onto a Raspberry Pi. Keep watching my YouTube channel for other videos I'll be producing related to the Raspberry Pi. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by pressing the red subscribe button below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you dislike this video, hit the thumbs down. Don't forget to leave any comments in the comment section below. Hey, and remember, you're never too young to learn, and you're never too old to learn. All right, have a great day.